Hello everyone, and welcome to this special review episode by BHEH. A quick note before we begin, this episode is sponsored by Safeline. But as always, BHEH remains unbiased. We've spent real time testing this product, and it's earned a spot in today's spotlight. Safeline is a powerful web application firewall that features intelligent threat detection, bot protection, DDoS mitigation, and identity management, all built with simplicity and community in mind. So make sure to check their website in order to get more info. Today's agenda, we will guide you through setting up the community edition on a Linux machine, configure and prepare it for real use, simulate common web attacks like XSS, CSRF, SQL, brute force login, and DDoS to show Safeline's blocking in action. We recommend starting with the free community version, and if you like what you see, the Lite and Pro editions offer even more control and defense power, or give the 7-day free trial a test. Plus, you can run it before Cloudflare as an added layer of protection. So without further ado, we're gonna jump in and show you how it's done. So the installation, as you can see from here, there are instructions, pretty simple to use. So make sure to follow the URL, check for the requirements. So we're gonna show you as well on how we've set it up on our machine. We're gonna log in into a Kali Linux machine, and then we're going to show you how to set it up with either using an automated script that they provide or manually as well. It runs on Docker, so make sure you have this. So in order to check for the requirements, you can see here the minimum configurations. You can run those commands as well to check your machine if it supports it. So make sure before you start the installation to match the specific hardware. So this is a one-liner you can see from here. For automatic deploy or a manual deploy, as you can see, make sure again to install Docker and Docker Compose as well. So you gotta create the Safeline directory. We've already created this, so we're gonna go inside it. As soon as you go here, you're gonna see a configuration compose.yaml, which contains the information. You gotta create a .env file and copy paste the specific configuration inside. So we've already done this. And you have to do it in a specific directory. So make sure to add your own password for the Postgres in order to work correctly. So nothing else needs to change. In case you're running it on an ARM processor like a Raspberry Pi or a Mac, you need to change the architecture suffix over here and add specifically what it says here, -ARM. So once you do all of this, you just run Docker Compose up and it should be already up and running. So this is how it looks like. You can see from here, we've already installed it. This is the community edition. The next step is you want to work on the settings. So over here, in order to make this work, you have to add a certificate. You can upload the certificate and a key in order to protect the specific web application. You can check over here as well, custom messages in order to customize it. It's pretty good because it works on HTML as well, so you can customize it. More settings in terms of performance, you can check the settings here. And even notifications on Telegram and Discord. So all you gotta do is provide the webhook so you can receive in real-time notifications and more information sharing program settings. So in order to work, you gotta configure the application. So you have to add an application, for example, your website or other. And you can see from here, they explain how to do it. So if you don't add the application, it's not going to be protecting anything. So you got to provide it with this. You got to proxy an application within Safeline. So you can see how it works. You got to provide it the domain, the port, and the upstream as well, which is the real address. And this is how it looks like in terms of the structure. So in order to do this, we're going to show you their own live demo on how it's set up so you can get an idea as well. Once you do this, then you are ready to start receiving and the data will be flowing inside. So this is their own demo. You can see from here. The applications should be something like this. So you can see from here, there is various ones that have been installed and you're going to configure each one in order to make it work and protect it, even if you want to add it behind Cloudflare. So you can see everything is run on their live demo and we're going to start the attack phases. So we're going to test this. We're going to put it into test. They have their own simulate and attack manually, as you can see from here. But we're going to run some different crafted payloads that we've done in order to simulate various attacks, as we mentioned earlier. So we're going to start with the authentication challenge. They have an SSO center. This is an example, as you can see from here, assuming you are protecting your login mechanisms. So we're going to attempt to log in using just wrong credentials on purpose. So you can see it should say incorrect password, and this is logged. So if we refresh, you can see from here, it says fail. So now we're going to start simulating various techniques. So we're going to kick in the red teaming, and we're going to try to grab from network the authentication mechanisms you can see from here. So we're going to copy as curl, and we're going to perform from a terminal a login authentication. So we can see if it's going to block it or not, So at this point, we're going to formulate the one-liner using curl, and we're going to give it correct credentials. We're going to give it admin and admin, which is the correct ones. So in order to simulate and see if it can actually detect the attack from a terminal, which is a mimic of a login, we're going to paste here the one-liner you can see from here. So we're sending a post request directly on them. This is the Pro edition, by the way, and you can see there is admin and admin. So we press enter, we sent the request. We're going to go and refresh and see if it detected it. So you can see it detected the first one, and now we're going to move into a deeper attack. So we're going to perform various attacks using FFUF, various logins. So we're sending hundreds and hundreds of requests right now using an offensive tool called FFUF in order to brute force it. The post method, you can see from here various logins that are being sent. So let's see if it detects it. And there you go, you can see all of the failed attempts that are being generated offensively. So this way you can control everything, even if somebody is attempting to attack it from a terminal using tools like FFUF or even other methods. So this is pretty good. And everything is being detected. You can also control it. So again, this is the Pro version. Of course, the similarities on the community, you're welcome to check them as well. So now we're going to move into a different type of attack. We're going to create a CSRF attack. We've crafted a specific payload to send a test so we can see if it can detect a CSRF attack. So in order to do this, we're going to go to the attacks, as you can see from here. And we're going to formulate the attack using a crafted payload. So all of this one-liner is specifically crafted. Once we send it, we should be able to receive the test in order to send the CSRF. So there we go, we've got the test. And let's see if it has detected it. So we're going to refresh under the attacks. And we're going to try to see if it has detected the attack. So there we go, this is the one we've sent. So you can see it detected the attack type as CSRF. We can go even deeper and check the whole request that we've sent, including the response which says test. Well, this is also pretty good. So you can try to simulate other obfuscated ones and test it for yourself. So now we're going to move into an XSS attack simulation. So we're going to give it a XSS payload in order to see if it's going to also detect the type of it. So there we go. This is the script. You can see an alert script. It's being encoded as well. So we've sent it, and apparently this is the message that we received, which probably is being detected as well and protected. So we're going to refresh and see if it can detect the attack. So there we go. It's still processing. So you can see it has been audited, most probably. We can also send another XSS from here. So assuming you are doing the attack manually or through the terminal, as you can see from here, the script terminal that we've sent, it should be able to understand the payload that is XSS and the type of it based on the heuristics that it has. So we're going to launch it here, and it should be able to block you, as you can see from here. So of course you can create various ones that you can test, even more advanced, sophisticated, obfuscated payloads in order to give it even more tests. So now we're going to move into an SQL attack injection. So we're going to just change the payload from XSS, which was the alert, and we're going to give it a 1-and-1. So you can see from here, this is a SQL injection. We've sent it through curl. So if we refresh, we should be able to see the types that it has been blocked or audited. So we're going to also send it. As you can see, it has been sent through the terminal, so we just want to make sure that it has been logged. This is the payload. We're going to send it again manually through their own testing facility that you can see from here, so we can launch it. There you go, it has been blocked. So we're going to check if it has been logged as well. So you go and we refresh it because this is their public one. So we can see from here, there we go, there is the XSS earlier and the SQL that we found. So both of them were being blocked. You can go to detail, you can check the payload, and it gives you a lot of details as well about it. So this is pretty good. So we're going to do a final attack, which is a denial of service simulation attack. We're not going to launch really deep packets, but we're going to try to send enough packets to see if they are being blocked actually or not. So we're going to use Spurt, one of a known tools, in order to simulate the specific 100 threads. We're not going to load it a lot. So you can see there's 100 threads, timeout 3000. The status is okay. So you can go to HTTP flood in order to see if everything is being blocked. So as soon as we send this, because we're sending it on a demo.waf.chatin, so under hello.html. So in a bit, it's gonna show us in the terminal if the packets are being sent or not. So if they being rejected, there you go, you can see error sending. So something is blocking all of those 100 threads that we've sending. The website is still online. So we didn't like dynamically create a more sophisticated DDoS in order to really test it, but in a regular way by sending packets through Spurt. They are being blocked and the website is still online. So this is pretty good. And now that we've demonstrated 3 different or even 4 different types of attacks on it, go ahead, you can install it. You can see here, there's the timeout. So we recommend for you to install the community edition and play with it as well, configure it, test it, and you can also add it behind your Cloudflare or in front of it so you can have 2 layers as well. So I want to thank you once again for this review. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and as always, until next time.